Peace. This is Waz for Waz Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And the Phoenix Suns are making headlines across the NBA landscape after they pull off a blockbuster trade for the Washington Wizards all-star shooting guard Bradley Beal. The Phoenix Suns in exchange will send Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and some draft picks over to the Washington Wizards. So this is huge news, especially, the champions were just crowned. Nikola Jokic is still looking for his finals MVP trophy. you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys just became champions. And Phoenix said, man, we're going to play spoiler. We're going to take the headlines away from y'all. And especially since Phoenix played Denver along Denver's path to the championship, they made it their business to spoil that parade and make this news and stuff happen early. So now you got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and you add Bradley Beal to that mix. So that team right there is very, very formidable. They are going to be a terror, especially in the regular season. They're going to be a terror. And, they're going to be a problem. The NBA is the only league where super teams actually work for the most part. But sometimes, very few times, they don't. And we've had, speaking of Kevin Durant, he was one of those times where it wasn't successful. Most recently in Brooklyn, where he was paired up with Kyrie, and then they brought James Harden, and then they brought in Ben DeMar Martell Simmons. So this team that's presently constructed in Phoenix, I see them going to the NBA Western Conference Finals. I don't see them better than the Denver Nuggets. I don't feel that they can beat Denver in a 7-game series, and I do expect them to meet each other in the Western Finals. But you gotta address, see, that's what the offseason is for. Those teams that go on to win championships, the way they do it is by addressing your weaknesses, going out and patching up the holes that you had in the season before. The Phoenix Suns did not make that team any better than they were this past season. And the reason why I say that is because Bradley Beal is not going to answer or address their number one issue that they had this past season or in the playoffs against Denver. And what was the biggest problem they had? They couldn't defend. There was no answer for Jokic, no answer for my main man, the Archer himself, Murray. There was no answer for these guys. Even in that series, Michael Porter was giving them problems. Like, if you didn't go get a lockdown 3-and-D guy, if you go and get like a Jimmy Butler, let's say, right? Now you're moving the needle a lot, because Jimmy Butler is going to give you that dog, that defense that you're looking for in order to stop a guy like, a guy like Murray or not necessarily Jokic, because he doesn't play the same position as Jokic, but you want him to stop a Porter if Porter's starting to cook, or Murray. If Murray's baking, you want him to stop him. But you don't move the needle much with a guy like Bradley Beal, who's going to be a sensational scorer, right? He's going to score points for you, but he's not going to address the defense. He's not a lockdown defender. He's not even amongst the best shooting guard defenders in the league. So Beal, all you're doing by adding Beal is making a good thing better. Phoenix had no problem scoring the ball. Kevin Durant beat Bacon. Devin Booker, aka Devin Cooker. That man be cooking. So you wasn't lacking on the offensive end. What you was lacking was on the defense, because you gave up guys like Mikal Bridges and the other person escapes me that they gave up. That was their key perimeter defenders. You gave those guys up in order to bring in Kevin Durant. And by getting KD, you did improve offensively, but your defense took a big hit. There was a big toll on the defense, and it showed when they played a team that could light it up, like Denver. You had no answer. So what they're trying to do is match fire with fire. They're trying to put out a fire with a fire. So they went and got a scorer in Bradley Beal. But you don't put out a fire with fire. You got to get the opposite element. You got to get defense. So the only way that I see Phoenix actually going over the hump and becoming a championship caliber team and able to surpass Denver is if during this offseason they go make trades or sign defensive specialists, guys that are there that are just dogs to defend, like a Pat Beverly, right? Guys like that, guys that know their role, like, yo, I'm here to lock that guy down right there. You get a Pat Beverly to try to slow down Murray, or you get a big man. I don't know his contract situation offhand, but like, let's say like a JaVale McGee, right? A JaVale McGee to be an extra body in there, throw some extra fouls, rough up Jokic. That's how you become successful. You patch up the holes that you had in this previous playoff run. And they had no answer for Jokic. Jokic was abusing. He was embarrassing DeAndre Ayton. Embarrassing him. My man Murray was cooking. He was baking these cats. So until they address the defensive end of this team, I have them going further. I have them going as far as a Western Conference appearance. Western Conference Finals appearance. I don't see them being better than Denver. And yeah, I don't see them being better than Denver. I still see Denver as the team to beat. I still see the Clippers, if they could ever get it together, they're the second team to beat. If they keep Westbrook, and if Kawhi and Paul George can ever stay healthy for even just one season or one playoff run, I would have them as the second best. Then I'll toss in Phoenix as third. But for now, I gotta put Phoenix at number 2 because Kawhi and Paul George are yet to play together for X amount of games. So on that note, let's see what Phoenix continues to do, what moves they add around Bradley Beal to help them become a better defending team in order to take it to the next level. I'm Watts for Watts Media. Peace.